Vladislav Alexandrovich Soloviev. Biography. Activity. Vladislav Alexandrovich Soloviev was born in 1973 in Moscow into a family of ordinary middle-level employees. His father was a design engineer at the Compass Design Bureau, and his mother was an accountant at the same enterprise. As a child, he was fond of history. In high school he went to excavate places of historical battles, such as Borodino. Vladislav was an uncommunicative child, preferring the archives of Moscow libraries to visiting the sports sections of judo and karate, which were popular among young people at that time. Education. In 1996 he successfully graduated from the Moscow Institute of Technology and Management. Parents insisted on obtaining an engineering and technical specialty, so a year after graduating from the institute, Vladislav entered the Moscow State Technical University Storkin, but was soon expelled of his own free will. Career. He worked as a junior economist at AFK Sistema and Uniland. But the career of manager in a large holding did not attract Vladislav Soloviev. Since 2010 he has been engaged in political science. He has written analytical articles and reviews for Russian and foreign publications, Novaya Gazeta, Svobodnaya Mysl, Political Science Russia in Global Affairs, Polis, as well as online platforms. Known for bright and deep articles on the global crisis of public and political life, which Vladislav Soloviev has been writing about since 2014. Since 2015, he has become an independent political scientist and economic expert, blogger, publicist, columnist for a number of well-known social and political portals, conducts journalistic investigations, publishes analytical materials about famous Russian corporations and their leaders, including Oleg Deripaska, Vladimir Putin, Roman Abramovich and other Russian and foreign entrepreneurs. Vladislav Soloviev deliberately distances himself from any political parties and adheres to independent views in politics and economics. His categorical and vivid statements on state and socio-political topics, reviews of the global situation, often cause criticism and controversy, but always resonate among various segments of the population. Like any political scientist with independent views, Soloviev has detractors who accuse him of various sins, including conspiracy theories and almost mysticism. If you wish, you can see certain signs of a conspiracy theory in a number of bloggers' materials, but in general, the author always relies on factual information and research on a scientific basis. Fortunately, the education of an economist and political scientist always allows Vladislav Soloviev to substantiate and defend his point of view. Some articles and statements of the political scientist can indeed be called ambiguous. This includes material on religious topics, in which he calls Islam advanced Christianity and tries to unite these currents. However, the author rarely enters this territory. A topic closer to him is the degradation of political and philosophical thought in modern society, the substitution of the true life goals of a person by the consumer imperative via Soloviev's term. According to the blogger, the average person only 30 to 40 years ago still had freedom of thought and the possibility of intellectual development. Today such a privilege is available only to a select few. The political scientist believes that this situation is the result of the purposeful work of elites operating in all modern socio-political communities in the European Union, the USA, Russia, China and other countries. Starting from the spring of 2022, Vladislav Soloviev has increased his public activity and writes new materials almost daily in blogs, communities on social networks, and on thematic channels. The views of the political scientist on the activities of the government of Russia during the NVO period do not always coincide with the general line of the party, but reflect the independent point of view of the author, who is used to always relying on common sense, facts, and logic in everything. The political scientist tries to open the eyes of his readers and subscribers to things and events that they either do not want to consider or simply do not see. Vladislav Soloviev is read even by those who do not share his views on society and the economy, since the political scientist's materials always sound at least original and fresh. They force people to rethink a number of established patterns relating to public and political life.